Coach, congratulations on the Buckeye 8 championship. What does it mean to drive your team to that championship, and how'd you guys come out with that?
It felt awesome. I think it was a great experience for us, and experiencing the Buckeye 8 in the atmosphere, going on the road, especially and playing an undefeated team. I thought it was a great challenge for us, and we really lived up to it, and we brought high urgency and energy in the game, yeah.
Now, just a young coach, you graduated in 2016 from high school. How does it feel to bring your team this far at such an early stage?
I think all the experience that I've had already at a young age, and then playing college basketball, learning from Joe Wallace, who coached 10 years at the Division I level, coached with Wojcik at Tulsa, Charleston, and San Jose State, and actually he's helping out Izzo at Michigan State right now. So just learning from him and coaching with him my senior year. Did not play my senior year, and I was on the coaching staff. And just learning from him and learning from different college coaches was a huge help, and just bringing that knowledge to Harrison Central.
Now, this is your second stint. You were here a couple years ago in 2020-21 as an assistant. Now you're the head coach. What kind of adjustments did you make from Coach Clifford's squad?
I think one positive of that is knowing these guys coming in here and expecting a lot out of them. A lot of the guys will say this at practice. I expect a lot out of them. The culture, I think, has changed a little bit. Then the atmosphere that I bring is this high urgency, energy at practice. We go through a system. We have the clock running, and it's really broken down into multiple steps, and I really like to break things down, especially preparing them for games. I think our scout days are a great practice for us. So preparation is key, then also the culture and the togetherness we have this year.
Now, you've already won one championship in your first season. You're poised to play Weirton tonight at Weirton, road environment, and in a couple weeks, not to look ahead, you've got to go to Morristown as well. How do you prepare your team to see the Red Riders for the second time this season?
I think the most important thing is our guys to stay focused for tonight, heading on the road again. We already won 4 straight games on the road, and we're going again on the road to a different place that we haven't played at this year. It's going to be a tough environment, but I think playing them once helps. Then also knowing what we need to fix, watching film, and knowing what position we need to be at defensively, what we need to do differently, and having a different game plan going into this game tonight. And I think that our guys are ready to go after yesterday's practice and just ready to get after it.
Now, we've talked about the journey that you've been on to get here to Caddis. Let's talk about the journey that your team has been on in this specific season. Started hot, went on a little bit of a slump. You're playing your best basketball of the season, though, right now. How did you get this far?
I think that's the most important thing. We always, as coaches, and what I've learned, is you progress as the season goes on, and it's the perfect timing for us to peak. Middle of the season, like you said, we had a lot of injuries this year. Jace Madzai had an ankle injury. Cabot Arborough has been playing with a hurt ankle injury, and I think he's finally healthy. In sickness, a lot of guys were sick over Christmas break. Yeah. I was sick. We just really fought through a lot. And it shows our resilience as a team. Just keep fighting and battling. A lot of the time this year, it's not fun, but we go down early, and we just keep battling and coming back. At Bel Air, in the middle of the season, we were down by 21 at half, and we told them at halftime, hey, they're going to shoot, and we're just going to keep coming back at them, keep chipping away at that lead. And I told them by the 3-minute mark in the third quarter, we should be down by 10. Right. And we were down by, I think, 7 at the 3-minute mark. And just setting those goals for the guys and their resilience and fighting back has really improved this whole season. So I think our energy and the way that we fight on the court and effort is never a question with this team, which I love.
Now, you talked about, obviously, your players. You want them to focus on tonight, Weirton. It's the main goal, tunnel vision.
Yeah.
As coaches, how much do you look at this game in comparison to the potential matchup on Saturday? Obviously, Indian Creek you've played before. East Liverpool you've played before. How do you prepare your guys as coaches and your guys as players to, maybe players not look ahead to that and coaches to potentially have an extra eye on that?
Right. I think it comes down to just scouting and film. Watching both games that we played already this season and knowing both teams and recently playing East Liverpool, I think that helps. And their style of play, especially Indian Creek, doesn't change. Yeah. The way that Indian Creek plays is Indian Creek basketball, hard-nosed, man-to-man defense, patient, a lot of poise. So preparing for them, we know what's going to come. But I think for us tonight, if we get tonight, then Wednesday we go from there and just prepare.
And speaking of Indian Creek, you playing there as a high school athlete not so long ago, you're kind of a fan favorite around here. Such a younger coach, you can relate to these players so much more than maybe some of the other coaches around the valley. How do you relate to your players, and how do you get your guys to get fired up for each game?
I think building a rapport is the most important thing. Trust. We always talk about trust. Once they felt that trust with me this season, then I get the most out of them. So building that rapport, building that knowledge, my knowledge, experiencing different experiences in my life, right. Playing in the OVAC games. My freshman year, that was the only chance I got to play for OVACs. So tonight's going to be special, and for me, I never won an OVAC. So I think it's very important, and I just really hope that we're playing Saturday. I think we can, and just take care of business tonight.
All right, well, we wish you luck tonight.
I appreciate it a lot. Thank you.